Well, here we go, fellas. Another Wednesday, so that means another TSG episode. We're up to episode 9 now, which is crazy. So, welcome to everybody that's listening. Welcome to those that are joining us on a regular basis. Hopefully, this is just an easy listen every once in a while, every week. So, got some fun stuff to talk about today. As always, we'll just jump in um, with some different sports news. There's some things that I wanted to talk about that I thought were relevant in just the sports world in general. See if we can talk about that a little bit. But first, we've got a few new videos on the horizon that we're going to be filming here in the next day or two. So we're really excited about that. More Break 65. We're going to start a new series that's going to be coming out here shortly. So that's a little bit of a teaser for everybody that tunes in. But how you guys doing today?
Pretty great. The
Great
weather's
day so far.
phenomenal. Yeah, it's been
Beautiful.
awesome.
Phenomenal's the word. That's the
Oh,
word of the
it's
day.
amazing. Yeah, Carly and I got to go on like a midday walk, and I was like, I don't genuinely think that there's ever been a point in my life where I've literally not seen a cloud in the sky. Because usually that's like just like a saying. There's not there's not a cloud in the sky. And I looked up and I was like, there's actually not a cloud in the sky.
There's actually no clouds here.
It's just crazy. So, all right. Well, as
Doggone
always, got some drinks. I was thinking today about mixing a cream soda and a Dr. Pepper because I didn't know if that would be good or not. But
like that Mountain Dew drink that we tried.
yeah, so we got some, and we were so excited to get home, and we put them all in the fridge, and then I got the first one, and we realized that it was 0 sugar.
Oh,
I'm like,
Nice.
gosh dang it. Yeah, so Gavin, you can have all those if you want. They're Mountain Dew.
there we go.
They're dirty Mountain Dew. I'll tell you what, Brett, when we showed up to play at 8 o'clock in the morning and you handed me a dirty Mountain Dew, I was like, what are we doing? Because I thought
makes you rethink your whole life. Like maybe I'm doing every day wrong.
I thought that it was spiked.
Bingo.
I thought you gave me an alcoholic drink at 8 a.m. And I was like, all right, first of all, Mountain Dew at 8 a.m. is already a stretch. But then to
if you want to start having
but,
mimosas on hole 1, I got you. We'll figure it
that
out.
sounds kind of classy.
I mean, technically, my house could be the bar. So
there you go.
yeah, I got you.
I love it. So yeah. Well, anyway, got my Dr. Pepper. Gavin's probably
Cheers.
sipping on
In a
water.
cup.
Yeah, I had my pop for the day, so I'm done. So head shake.
Whatever. So, all right, let's talk sports news. We've got 2 things that I want to talk about specifically. We can go in any order, but let's do NFL draft. NFL draft is coming up. We've seen a lot of mock drafts. I know you guys are football guys, so talk about what you hope to see out of your team, hope to see out of the first overall pick. Just fire away.
I mean, I don't know what Indy's gonna do. Realistically, they don't have a first this year or next year with the Sauce Gardner trade. And I think it's very likely that they trade down in the second round, try to get some more capital. But I would love to see them get another receiver or a linebacker. I think that's kind of the direction they got to go. Who knows, man? They're going to be 9-8 or 8-9 again for like 6 years in a row. And just
Probably forever, yeah.
Probably
so
forever,
disheartening for them
yeah.
to miss the playoffs, man. Last year,
Every year.
that was
Every
brutal.
year.
After a beautiful start. Yeah.
After a not a cloud in the sky start.
Yeah, right. And then
yeah, I haven't looked into the draft too much yet this year, but I think Mendoza's projected 4th at this point.
4th?
I think it's what I saw.
There's no way. There's no way he goes 4.
There's no way the Raiders pass on him.
He's going 1.
He's going 1.
Raiders are taking him 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the perfect fit for Vegas. So
yeah.
And they just signed Kirk Cousins there. He's like the perfect mentor for Mendoza.
Yeah. I could maybe see like if it's like a dynasty rookie draft for fantasy football, I could see Mendoza going 4th because like Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate, those guys are going to go before him. But
right.
Dude, Mendoza at 4. I don't know where you're getting your football sources or news from.
I think that's just what I saw pop up a couple of days ago. I don't really look into the drafts at all any year.
I don't know. Well, maybe the Raiders will shock the world, but I can't imagine with Tom Brady being part of the helm that. And like they've built a pretty decent offense. Everybody craps on the Raiders because I mean they're not a great football team, but I mean they've got Ashton Genty, they've got Brock Bowers, they've built up a decent offensive line. Their defense is terrible, of course, but yeah, there's potential there, and so I think that he could maybe do well. Hopefully, I'd like to see him do well.
Yeah, see what the offensive line looks like. That'll be a big part of his development. I feel like so.
Very
Brett, are
nice.
you still a Packers fan? Or are you a Colts guy now?
Packers fan.
You used to be a
When was
Packers
that?
fan in middle school because you told me that you were named after Brett Favre.
Oh, it didn't make me a Packers fan. That's just who won the
Oh,
Super Bowl that year.
oh, I thought. Well, I
I
thought that you told me
I
that you
never
cheered for the
like hated
Packers.
the Packers. I like some players that played for the Packers, but no, I was never a fan.
Okay.
I'd say Colts. I just want to see Indianapolis do well.
Yeah.
But I'm more so like
Keep
individual
dreaming.
players because of fantasy football. So
Yeah.
than teams.
Yeah.
Hard for me to like a whole team, I feel like.
That's fair. Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah.
fantasy football, I'm fresh off a three-peat. So you guys, I guess, yeah.
Hey,
Gavin,
we haven't talked about this, Mr. Patriots guy. What do you think about Mike Vrabel lately here in the news?
What's
Should
he
we
been
get
doing?
into that?
I haven't followed anything. What's been happening? AJ
You've
Brown?
not heard about this controversy with one of the ESPN reporters,
No.
Diana Rossini. They got caught at like a resort type place. There was pictures of them taken together, and then she like resigned from her job, and they're both married, and
Nice.
they're like being accused of having an affair, and they claim it was nothing. You heard about that?
I haven't heard about that at all. No.
Yeah, I'll have to. You'll have to look that
That's
up and
crazy.
see the pictures and stuff. I know.
Yeah. Goodness.
The only Patriots news I know right now is that AJ Brown is almost like a sure thing, and well, maybe. I mean, I have this conversation with my boss all the time just to like be funny. Is that a fireable offense? Do you think that Mike Vrabel will get fired if that comes to light and it's like true? Because I think if Mike Vrabel's out, then I think AJ Brown is not happening.
I don't know. It's
I don't think so.
It's personal life, right?
Yeah, but
I don't. It's also like marketing, I guess.
And I think they're like backing him. I think he's kind of like saying that it's not what it looked like. There was other people there too, but like in the picture, it's like them, the resort, and like a mountain. It's like, but so I don't know. I wasn't there obviously, but the way it looks
sounds like a Netflix documentary to me.
Interesting.
So I'm sure we'll never know what really is with it, but I don't think he'll be fired over it.
Okay, well that's good.
Cool.
Yeah, I know that AJ Brown's almost a sure thing, and I know that the Patriots have pick number 31 again in the draft. And the last time they had pick 31 was when they got Sony Michel from Georgia. Helped us win a couple Super Bowls, so hopefully we can land somebody like that in the draft again. Hopefully we can get AJ Brown. Hopefully, I mean I don't have the same expectations as last year because I mean I think that it was a Cinderella run. I think that we've got a young quarterback that needs to grow in a lot of ways, but I don't know. I would expect the Patriots to be right around the middle of the pack with the Colts again this year.
At 31, this receiver class is pretty deep. They could get a pretty solid guy there.
Yeah. So interesting to see.
Very nice.
Excited. I always love the NFL draft. I think I love the excitement and the buildup for the NFL draft a lot more than I actually love the draft because then I sit down and watch the draft. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so boring. But I love all the updates. It takes forever. Like
after the first few picks, do you kind of like tune out?
After the first couple picks, and even on like a year that at least I think I know who's going first overall, and I think that it's a pretty sure thing. But I mean, you see their dreams come true. You see the top 5 picks come up on stage and are super excited. Even the entire first round can kind of be cool because it's like, hey, you were a first round pick. But then it gets into like the 3rd and 4th round, and you're like, I've never heard of these guys. I don't really think they're ever going to play. Potentially depends on what position they are. You keep getting ESPN notifications, and you just care less and less and less. So I love the anticipation of the NFL draft, but I can't imagine we're going to talk about it much past what happens in the first couple picks.
Yeah.
So
fair.
Yeah, but we also wanted to talk about some NBA playoffs. Those are underway. Celtics are tied 1-1 with the 76ers. Pacers obviously not in it this year. So what have you guys seen, if anything, from the NBA playoffs? I know we've got a couple injuries that are pretty prevalent, but I don't know how closely you guys even follow basketball. I think it's more Gavin's thing than my thing.
All you, Gavin, go for it.
There you go.
I mean, the thing that I want to talk about is just LeBron, dude.
Of course.
How old is he? Like, dude, no, of course I do. They're up 2-0. They're without Luka and Austin Reeves. And LeBron at 400 years old is out running the show. And then I got to give a shout out to my guy, Luke Kennard. Dude, he's balling right now. And so that to me was a surprise. I was like, I'm gonna be honest a little bit. Earlier this year, I was like, oh, LeBron's starting to slow down a little bit. And then I watched him in the playoffs, and I'm like, there's no way this dude is like, it's insane. So it's
LeBron's
really
starting to slow
blown
down
my
to the
mind.
point where, like, I recently Googled, like, if LeBron was still a starter. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch basketball really,
Mhm.
even into the playoffs. Like, I'll watch the finals probably, depends on who's in it. But,
Yeah.
like, I don't know where LeBron's at still. I know that he's probably still LeBron to a degree, but yeah, it sounds like he's
Mhm.
having a pretty great run. And I kind of like shook off game one against the Rockets because Kevin
Because
Durant was
KD
out.
was here.
Yeah, KD was out, but then he was back yesterday and they still won. They still won.
Yeah.
So, uh, yeah, I don't know. I've always been just a bona fide LeBron hater, and nobody could really change my idea and perception of that. But then I actually watched him play with, I think it was Bob Does Sports. I think they had LeBron on not too long
Oh,
ago.
that's cool.
And dude, seeing him in that kind of environment, I was actually kind of like, okay, LeBron's kind of likable. And so I was like second
Yeah.
guessing myself. And I was having that moment that I feel like a lot of people with Tom Brady had of like, man, I've prayed for this guy's or cheered for this guy's downfall and hoped for his downfall this whole time. Did I miss
Right.
out just by not enjoying what I was
Mhm.
seeing? And I think to a degree, yeah. But
Media
yeah,
manipulation makes you like or hate
I
people.
know, I know.
And
So,
then most of these people, if we met them in person, we probably like all of them pretty much.
oh, 100%.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Except Dylan Brooks. I don't think I'd like Dylan Brooks in person.
except Dylan Brooks.
Except him. He's like the one. Or
On
like
the
either of the
moon.
Morris twins. I don't think I'd like either of those guys either. But
That's
Yeah.
funny.
anyway, so I don't know. I feel like the NBA is just too predictable. I feel like it's always the same guys in the MVP race. I feel like it's always the same teams
Mhm.
down the stretch. I don't know. It's kind of gotten too predictable for me. Not super enjoyable. I don't like watching a ton of free throws. I don't like watching a bunch of touch fouls, all that stuff. But
That's what drives me insane. I just can't stand no defense. That drives
yeah,
me nuts.
Mm.
yeah, yeah. So, all right, cool. Well, thanks for diving into that a little bit. We got some golf news first. Really just centered around one person, Bryson. A lot of
Good
things have
old
been talked
Bryson.
about. Uh, Bryson DeShambles right now is what I would call him.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Everything's falling apart. It feels like
He
Gavin and I were
released a
just
new
talking.
YouTube video today.
Did he?
With
Probably
Garrett
recorded
Clark.
several weeks
Yeah,
before.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I
it
would
was.
imagine.
But he posted with Garrett Clark.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Garrett
yeah,
Clark.
talk to me what you guys see about Bryson right now. Gavin, I know you and I were talking a little bit earlier about some changes that he's been making, but um,
Yeah, I saw him
he's
in
having a tough
Mexico
stretch.
get ticked off about like the course conditions, all the
Yeah,
dirt.
the bunkers,
Honestly,
yeah,
look like a
look
local
horrible.
Muncie
Yeah,
course. Yeah, and yeah, still having bunker troubles. So
and then
yeah, poor guy.
He withdrew
And he
because he was
withdrew.
hurt.
Yeah,
Um, and then Gavin, you said he
Bryson to
fired his
shambles.
entire PR team.
Hmm.
So
Well, I think that was Brett.
Brett said that.
I don't think I said that.
I thought you told me that today. You told me that at MD's today.
I did? No, I think that was
Yes.
Cody.
Oh, it might have been Cody. Yeah,
Was
Brett,
this in the
you and
middle of
Cody
me
are very
shaking my
interchangeable.
wedges?
I guess so.
That's what it
Yeah,
was. I was
Cody's a good
mad.
golfer, so I'll take that.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, he fired his entire PR team, missed the cut at the Masters when he was one of the few favorites, I feel like. And a couple of
He
reports
definitely
have come
was.
out
Yeah.
that he's like looking for options if he were to ever leave Live, which is crazy to think. And I think Live would just crumble. I think they're already crumbling. I think that this is probably one of the last couple of years that they will be around or relevant. But reports say he's seeking a $500 million contract if he's staying with Live after this year.
Heck yeah, get that bag.
I would go after a $500 million contract too,
Yeah.
but I don't think
Hmm.
it's there. I think that
What's he realistically worth? I mean, what have they
God,
got?
Bryson. I mean, he's making money every second of every day, all the time now. I mean, most of them are. Most of those big
yeah,
guys are. I don't know, endless amounts of money.
I mean, you got to think because, like, yeah, with the
depends on how
YouTube
many
audience
years it
and
is. Like I
the
don't know,
golf, too.
like
Yeah, he's got constant YouTube revenue now.
yeah,
Well, I'm saying solely based on, like, I don't know, live PGA,
like what
whatever.
would he be worth it
Yeah,
to
what would
Live?
he be
Yeah,
worth to them?
yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
like an
it depends
investment
on
for
I
how
think
them.
many.
YouTube's a big part of that.
Yeah, yeah. Like his net
Everything
worth is
because
different than saying, well, what should he get paid from Live? So,
from Live,
yeah,
everything because they
yeah.
die without him pretty much. So
But they don't have it. They don't have. They couldn't even give him $100 million contract. I don't think, just with from my understanding of where they're at. So I don't
mhm.
know. Interesting to see what's going to be happening, but sooner than later we could see Bryson DeChambeau. I started to say shambles again. We could see Bryson on DP World Tour, which would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
I actually think that would be really cool.
You think?
I would I would watch DP World Tour. I would watch them.
Well, yeah, I'd watch it for him, but
It'd be
like
awesome.
it'd be him and Patrick Reed at the top
Patrick
fighting for
Reed.
1 and 2. Yeah,
That'd be sick.
that'd be so funny. Obviously, more Live players would be on the DP World Tour, but I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, just all of them go to the World Tour, and
Yeah,
then it'll be an actual competition between
yeah.
them and PGA.
So, all right.
I'm on
Well,
board for that.
I'm interested to see what's happening. I really like Bryson. I miss watching him play competitively on PGA all the time. Um,
Hmm.
I hope he makes his way back at some point, but yeah,
Hmm.
it'll be
Yeah,
cool. It'll
definitely.
be cool. So the only other thing that I just wanted to mention is that season 4 of Full Swing is now out, which is so sick. I love behind the scenes documentaries, and if you haven't watched Full Swing, I would really encourage you guys to watch that. It's a really cool
I only ever
series.
watched part of season 1, and then I just
Yeah,
moved on to
it's
something
awesome.
else, I think,
It's
unfortunately.
awesome.
But it was pretty cool what I watched.
Yeah, and I watched that, and I watched the Tiger documentary this past weekend, so that was pretty cool too.
Nice.
I'm becoming a documentary guy, which means I'm definitely old.
Yeah,
So
that means we're getting old for sure.
yeah, I almost clicked on a World War II documentary the other day. I was like, I can't do that yet. Not till I'm 30.
You're like,
Not till I'm
I wonder what it was like.
30. Because I know it just wrote me in. But
Oh yeah,
okay,
that'd
this
be
last
great.
weekend we had the RBC Heritage, one of the I don't know. It's a signature event. It immediately follows the Masters, so I feel like it can get overlooked a little bit. But it's got a good field, really pretty course.
Hmm.
Brett, what did you see
Definitely.
from RBC Heritage? Gavin, we'll get to your blind summary here in a second.
I mean, Justin Thomas just playing like crap the first day at
Yeah,
least. I mean, pretty much the whole way.
he
Yeah,
had a
from
good
what I did
Sunday.
watch, I mean, I definitely was zoned out this week because it is hard to get back into it after the Masters.
Yeah,
But Matt Fitz is just literally a machine. I think the coolest thing about Fitz now is just watching like old videos of him,
hmm
how much power has been added to his swing over the
and
last like four
speed.
to 5 years, and
Yeah,
speed
speed is
and
crazy.
even accuracy, which is kind of crazy. He hits the ball so hard that it's like a commanding strike, like go that way kind of. It's
Yeah,
awesome. So yeah, he's playing so well. Short game is phenomenal. I love the left hand low, like the cross handed chipping. I think that's so cool. And
they
I
almost
like doing
screwed
those
him on
little,
Sunday.
yeah, I like doing those little drills though. It is a really good feel because your left hand should kind of be in charge, which I do go back with my right a lot. So I think that's a great drill. But and then Scotty, of course, showing up for the playoff. So yeah,
Don't even
pretty
say of
honestly,
course. Don't even say of course because I have
of
video
course.
evidence of you last week saying that by the end of the week, Scotty's going to end tied like 20th. So don't
That's
say of
exactly
course.
why.
Don't
That's
say of
exactly why
course.
I'm saying of course. Of course, he didn't end tied 20th.
Oh, okay,
He
got it.
always just shows up.
Yeah, I see. I see. I thought you
He's
were saying
like
that because you never had a doubt that Scotty was going to make a push.
Scotty's like a door to door salesman, and just you're like, no thanks, and he's there again the next week. Extended
Back to back
warranty,
seconds for Scotty. I feel bad for him, but I'm also
crazy.
like, man, he made
Yeah,
it exciting though.
he's
He made
just
it exciting.
Well, he could start racking up insane win numbers if
I
he
know.
turns. I mean, kind of reminds me of like Nicholas with all the seconds he had.
Mm,
If you turn those seconds into wins,
yeah,
he's already a legend. You're a
yeah,
tier up. So
yeah. He's got a lot
yeah,
of second place finishes, top five definitely. So Gavin, give
a
us your
lot of
blind
top
recap of the
fives. Yeah,
weekend.
I mean, I think Brett kind of hit it all. I mean, Scotty, he's Mr. Consistent. I bet he would be so perfectly content working a 9 to 5 accounting job and then going home to his wife and kids every single day and be
Yeah,
perfectly fine with it.
yeah.
That's Scotty, Mr. Consistent. That's
Mr. Consistent. We'll pay off the
but
mortgage someday, honey.
That's right.
yeah, exactly. But No, I was kind of following it along, and I don't know why I was surprised that Scotty forced a playoff with Matt Fitz, but I think Fitz he bogeyed 18, right? And then they went into a playoff. Yeah. But I don't know.
Ooh,
That was
the
kind of my
Gary.
thing. And then
Go
go ahead.
ahead. I just remembered something that like popped down my mouth. The Gary Player 4-iron shot where he holed out for eagle. That was sick.
Gary
Did you see
Woodland.
that shot? I say Gary Player, Gary Woodland. I'm thinking.
I was like,
I
who?
did
I'm
see
I'm
that.
I'm
I
literally
did see
thinking
that.
old guys right now.
Yeah.
Gary Woodland. Yeah,
Yeah. No,
that
that
was
was sick
sick.
too. Yeah.
The tracer on that was so cool.
Oh, yeah. And the
That was
announcer was
awesome.
like, "Oh, look at this laser." And then it like two hops into the hole. I was like, "Okay, that
Yeah,
was
from
like one
like
of the coolest shots I've ever
220.
seen." Yeah.
It was sick. That
That
was
was cool.
awesome
It
because
was
it was like
cool.
fly. It was like flighted too. Like went through
Yeah.
the. That was cool. Sorry, Gavin.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Cut you
He
off
said,
there.
Hey, you
"Oh,
saved me.
Gary Player."
Ah,
It's all right. That
back in
yeah.
my
So
day.
that's my blind recap. So
Yeah,
we
that's
I
can get
good.
love
on
it.
now.
Well done.
That's
Well
good.
done. Yeah. I think that's one of the few events and tournaments that I think I would travel to where it is to go see it. I would travel to see the players, obviously see the Masters, maybe go see any of the majors because like they just get really expensive. But I think I'd really enjoy going to the RBC Heritage. But
It'd be cool. It'd be really
yeah, it
cool.
was cool. I mean, down the stretch, going into Sunday, I didn't think that anybody had a chance. Going into the back nine, I didn't think that anybody had a chance because Matt had a 3 or 4 stroke lead over Scotty. And so I think I texted you guys or texted somebody. I was like, yeah, I don't think Scotty's gonna catch him. But then he did in Scotty fashion. So
Three shot leads are nothing on the PGA Tour on the back
I
nine
know
on Sunday.
it's crazy.
They
It's absolutely
evaporate
insane.
every other week, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Which makes it exciting. So I'm glad that it came down to a playoff. Um, but yeah, it was that shot that Matthew Fitzpatrick hit. It was his 4 iron too, I think. Just
Yeah,
an
similar shot. Yeah.
absolute laser. And what was crazy is I think he mishit it. I think he mishit it a little
Mm.
bit
So
because of his
funny.
finish. He like finished one handed and it just like he kind of came out of it a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Um, but the wind was pushing it to the right. He was drawing it to the left and it just went right at it. So
Yeah, that Gary Woodland shot though, I've been thinking about that a lot. The like finish too. It was just so cool. Like a
it
lower
was awesome.
finish.
Yeah.
That was sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a golf shot.
That's what we dream of. So,
For sure.
but Matthew Fitzpatrick has moved up to third in the official world golf rankings.
He's
So
up
he
there.
passed
Wow.
Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, Cameron Young. Like he jumped all those guys into three because this is his second win this year. Um, he had runner up at the Players, obviously. So to think that he was
Gosh.
outside of the top 75 a year ago is absurd for him to be playing the way that he is. So
It's actually weird too, because I remember him being like one of the top five favorites for a lot of tournaments last year
mhm,
too. So it is kind of weird that he was ranked that low.
yeah,
Hmm. It's
yeah.
strange.
So good for him. I'm excited.
Hmm.
Excited for him.
Yeah.
Scotty obviously got second again. That was Gavin and I's pick for the weekend. I think I also picked Shane Lowry, who didn't play well. I think he tied for like 40th. Um,
Mhm.
Ricky played well. I was excited to see Ricky play well. But let's talk about our picks from last week before we talk about Zurich Classic this week.
Mhm.
Who'd
Yeah,
you
I was
guys
pretty
pick?
happy with my picks.
Yeah,
Scotty finished second at Oberg. I think he's tied for fourth. I was pretty happy with both of those picks. And then Patrick Cantlay finished tied for eighth. So he was my dark horse top five, one of them. And then
yeah,
Russell Henley, I think, was top 30. I don't know exactly
same
what he
here. Yeah,
finished at, but overall, pretty solid weekend of picks for me. I was happy
yeah,
with them.
good picks. Good picks.
I think it was one of my worst weeks yet. There wasn't like a cut, of course, but still, I don't think anyone did that well except Brian Harmon. It's the only one I can remember right now.
Yeah, he made a push on Sunday.
Yeah, Justin Thomas was
That's right.
pretty
Right.
rough. Jake
Yeah.
Knapp had like one of the worst putting days, I think, day
Yeah.
one that he's had in like a long time. Fleetwood was kind of off for a little while
Mhm.
there. So yeah, I mean, I picked good players, but just not their week. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So, which is okay.
Yeah.
Happens.
It happens. I think it was a little bit of a stretch for Yel Maraju. I mean, he'd been playing good golf, but he's just kind of middle of the pack. Ricky was a good pick. I think obviously didn't finish top five, but um, and then Shane Lowry was probably my worst pick. Then who'd y'all have to finish last? I had Sammy Valimaki, who did his darndest on Sunday, but he was, I mean, up towards the top of the leaderboard there for a little bit. So
I
you
honestly
picked
can't remember who I
Hoagie,
picked.
Tom Hoagie.
What
Oh,
kind
Tom
of
Hoagie. Yeah.
Pendrith?
Who?
Pendrith, maybe? Canadian?
Yeah.
Tony
Maybe.
Pendrith?
Taylor
Taylor
is it
Pendrith? I don't know.
Taylor
You put
Pendrick, I thought.
you
Yeah.
picked. I thought you picked Nick Taylor.
Maybe that's what it was. I
I think
don't
you
Also a
know.
picked Nick
Canadian,
Something
Taylor.
with,
right?
Yeah, I think it was
there
Nick
was
Taylor,
Yeah.
something with a
and I
T
thought
in
that he
there.
was a top. I thought he was a top five, not the dead last. But oh well, we can check
We
the
gotta
we can
just
check the tape.
start switching our picks and we'll be making
I
crazy
know,
picks. Man.
I know. All right, so upcoming this week, we've got the Zurich Classic in TPC, Louisiana, the only team-based event on the PGA Tour schedule. Uh, really, really interesting tournament. Not a super strong field, but there are some like really, really strong pairings that
Hmm.
it almost just seems unfair because you see all these different guys, and then you see like Shane Lowry and Brooks Koepka, and then you see like Matthew Fitzpatrick and his brother Alex. I'm like, man, I feel like they're just gonna run away with it. But it's a pretty cool format. And if you guys don't know what the format is, round 1 and 3 is the better ball, which I feel like is just a two person version of best ball. Um, so they each play their own ball, and then rounds 2 and 4 alternate shots. So only team based event on the PGA Tour, other than the Ryder Cup, obviously. Um, but yeah, interesting. I was really struggling to make picks this week because
Me
it
too.
just
Yeah,
it's such
it's definitely not it's not my
a unique
favorite
event.
week on tour, but it is kind of refreshing, I guess.
Yeah,
That's what I would call
yeah.
this week. But
So let's talk about
yeah.
winners. Let's talk about our Heinz Saucy picks, winners, dark horse, missed cut. Gavin or Brett, just like you added the missed cut, what the number is going to be, I think that we should add the winning score of what we think the winning score is going to be. I
Okay,
think that
yeah.
could be kind of a fun part of
You know
this
what it
too.
was
So,
last? It's low on this tournament, right?
oh,
What was it last year?
I think Ben Griffin and
26 or something crazy or lower maybe?
I think it was 28 under. I think it
I
was
think it was
28.
28. I kind of remember
Yeah,
that
because
number
they shot
too. Yeah.
260,
Wow,
Yeah.
28
pretty
under
close to
par.
what I was guessing.
60s.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna go first. I'm a little out here because I didn't want to pick the obvious picks. I didn't want to take the obvious picks like I did last week. Um, I was really hoping that the Hoygaard twins were going to play this week because I wanted to pick them so bad. I could see it. I could see the story written. They're both looking for their first PGA Tour wins, and they get it together at the Zurich Classic together. Um,
Mm,
Cool.
I was
that'd
really
be kind of
wanting that.
cool.
I think they got second last year, and I was bummed to see that they weren't in the field. But this week I have Brett. You're gonna like this pick a lot. I've got Blades Brown and Luke Clanton getting their first
Nice,
PGA Tour wins
nice. That'd be
That's
together.
sick. I like that.
So
Yeah.
I know
that's
you're a
nice.
Blades Brown
It
guy.
could totally happen too. That'd be
It
so
could,
sick.
yeah. So
That'd be
I'm a big Luke
awesome.
Clanton fan. I like seeing him
I'd watch
with
Sunday. I'd
YouTube
watch the whole day
channels.
Sunday if he was
Yeah,
in contention. So
yeah. So
yeah.
uh,
That was my dark horse pick.
is it? I
Nice.
love it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Good
Yep.
picks.
It
Good
was actually
picks.
my dark horse pick at first, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna pick these guys. I'm gonna pick them.
I like
So
it.
Yeah,
I
I
changed it.
actually swapped my dark horse and my winner. I'm like, wait, no, I want this.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
flip
I
flopped
love it.
mine as well
All
earlier.
right, Gavin, who's your winner? You just gave us your dark horse, but who's your winner?
Aaron Ryan, Sahith Theegala. My
Interesting.
winner pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I've got Hao Tong. I forget who he's partnered with. I
Dude,
saw earlier.
we got to get Hal Tong on this call
Hao
because
I
Tong.
know,
man,
dude.
I just want to see Hao Tong win for some reason. Something about his attitude I just love. I feel like there's a lot of
he's a cool guy.
not so great attitudes
Yeah.
nowadays on tour and the other tours. So
Hmm.
I like seeing Hao Tong. So I want
Yeah.
to see him do well. And I feel
Did
like
you?
in the way he played in the Masters, in a format like this, he should shine
Oh, dude, he would
if he can
absolutely
score.
rock it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you would think. I can't remember who he was paired with. I really don't remember anymore. So
You just want Hal Tong to win. I love it.
I just want Hao Tong to win. Yeah.
I was watching a segment that he was doing on a podcast there where he was talking about the first time he played match play with Justin Thomas and I think it was Jordan maybe or somebody else. Um,
Uh-huh.
like more so than in stroke play, match play is like whoever is further away has to go. Like
Has to.
you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
jump it. You don't jump that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
'Cause there's
and so
controversy.
he like walked up. I think it was like just like hanging out, playing together. Um, and he like walked up because he said that he likes to play fast. He was excited to play. It's the first time he played with those guys, and he just walked up and hit it and like stuck it to like 2 feet. But but they didn't let him take the shot, and so he was like walking us through all of that, which was funny. So
That's actually awesome.
yeah. So Brett,
Yeah.
did you make a lineup this week? I don't know how DraftKings
Yeah, I just
works
made a
with
free. I made a
this.
free lineup, and
Okay.
I honestly forget a lot of these guys as partners. But
Yeah.
I've got Bacho, I've got Ekra, I've got Chris Kirk, Hal Tong, Keith Mitchell, and Alex Smalley.
Okay.
So
You couldn't
I
get
really
any of the
didn't.
big
I
names
really
in that
didn't
lineup.
even like. I didn't like a lot of the teams. I was
Yeah,
having a tough
they're
time.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gavin.
Gavin,
What?
you already told us your dark horse pick. Luke
Oh,
Blades
tell
Brown.
my my miscut pick. Is that what you're asking for?
Oh no. Your dark horse pick. I haven't given my dark horse pick yet.
Oh yeah, that was mine. I
That
like
was
that.
mine.
I saw that duo and I was like, oh yeah,
I
I'm
think we're
for
all
that.
pulling for these guys this weekend because
Yeah,
Brett
yeah.
wants
No,
them to win. Yeah.
we all do agree on. I'd like to
Yeah.
see them in Hal Tong's team play. That'd be a peak. We'd all have to go hang out at a bar or something and watch
Yeah.
that together. If that's
That'll be
the final
insane.
two pairings,
Yeah. I
that'd be
love it.
sick.
My dark horse pick is Michael Thorbjornsen and Carl Phillips, two names that I know that are typically um, around the cut line. Interested to see how they play together. I like Michael Thorbjornsen a lot. He and Ludwig Oberg were like the first two people to get their tour card from the PGA um, program that they had started. So he was part of that and followed in Ludwig's steps. So and I like Carl Phillips a lot. Really the reason I like him is because he was Sunday Red's first like professional
Oh,
ambassador. So
very
um,
cool.
that's like I'm jumping on that train. So we'll
Yeah.
see. But Brett, who's your miscut? Actually, okay, let's go back to winning score. Sorry, I forgot about that. I have
Mm.
Blades Brown and Luke Clanton shooting 25 under this weekend.
Yeah, I'll take the opposite. You think it'll go a bit lower? I'll say it goes crazy. I'll say 29, lower than last
29, you
year.
think they break 260? That's crazy. Okay.
I'll split the difference. I'll take 27 under.
Yeah.
That was actually what I wrote down.
I think 27 was a realistic number, but like I just want to see something cool. So 29.
Yeah.
Good
I don't
numbers.
know,
Good numbers.
anything can happen with alternate shots. So, all right,
Yeah,
now we'll
some
jump
hole
into
outs or something.
miscut, and cut line. Brett, give us who you think misses the cut as a surprise and what you think the cut line is going to be.
Wyndham Clark's team and gosh, a cut line. 8 under. Is it like 8 under-ish probably?
Yeah, that's decent.
Yeah.
Brr. Dude, I feel like you've picked Wyndham Clark to miss the cut like 6 times in our 9 episodes.
He's a guy I don't like his attitude, so
That's
just
fair.
not wishing the best for him. Cocky little.
All right, Gavin,
Next.
go ahead.
I think Tony Finau and Max Grazerman.
Oh, that's a great pick. Yeah, Finau
I
is.
think they're
They're
little.
not in good.
They're
not
just
in good
very
shape.
up and down.
Something's wrong with Finau. I don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong.
And Max Grazerman, he always starts like every single Thursday. I don't know if it's just because he goes out first a lot or what, but there's almost every single week I see Max Grazerman at like 3 or 4 under before anybody else gets there. And by the end
And
of
it's
the
just
weekend,
gone.
he's either missed the cut line or he's like in last for the people that made the cut. And I'm like, what happens to this guy?
He's probably
goes
got
out
like the same
strong.
mentality I do. If I make
Probably.
an early birdie and
You're
I'm like
done.
by like hole 3, I'm like, I don't deserve this.
Yeah.
Triple.
Yeah.
This is
So
normal.
yeah, I think that's a really good pick, Gavin. Gavin, you're gonna.
What was your?
Oh yeah, your cut line.
Yeah, what was your cut line?
Oh, I had 9 under is what I was
Okay.
guessing.
9 under.
So
Yeah.
Brr, 9.
I actually had this written down, so forgive me, but I think that Aaron Ryan and Sahith Theegala are going to miss the cut together.
I mean, I think they can be a very boomer bust pairing. So
It's boomer bust, very boomer bust. Yeah.
So they could either win or they could miss the cut. So I think both.
Yes. Yeah.
I think both are very much in the cards. So
Yeah.
I picked 7 under for the cut line. Last year was 10, which was the lowest the cut line had ever been for this event. I guess this event has only been a team event for like close to 10 years, maybe. It hasn't been that long, so maybe a little over 10 years, but it's an interesting one to say the least. So I'll be watching the Zurich Classic a little bit this weekend. I don't know. I hope it's more fun than just seeing Shane Lowry and Brooks Koepka go out and dominate everybody. I mean, you've got 6 majors between the two of them. Um, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
So,
Should
all
be
right,
interesting.
Senior Gavin, my Padawan, lead us in our question or game of the week. I'm excited to be on this side of it, participate a little
All
bit.
right.
So,
Are you guys ready for Major Madness?
Major Madness. Oh boy,
Sure.
I love it.
I
All
guess
right.
so.
So this is taking back the majors since 2005. I was trying to gauge, maybe how long. We'll see how this goes. But it's essentially going to be 2 truths and a lie, right?
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
to give you
Good.
3 statements, and there's going to be 5 rounds. And each one you have to pick out what the lie is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Collectively, like we
Yes,
have to agree on
collectively.
what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like it.
That's fine.
Round 1. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Colin Morikawa won 2 majors before ever playing a Masters. Keegan Bradley won a major in his debut, and Danny Willett was outside the top 40 whenever he won.
Okay. So now I'm going to do the
The
clarifying questions.
yes.
Is it saying like Keegan Bradley's like debut to the major, like in his first major he won a major?
That's false.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not right.
Yeah, the other 2
I
are
don't.
correct.
I don't think. I believe Colin Morikawa, and I would believe. Are you saying that Danny Willett was outside the like world ranking top 40?
Yeah, which he was.
Okay. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, it says he was outside the top 40 when he won.
Everyone was like,
Okay.
"Who's Danny Willett?"
That's what the
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Speed. Yeah.
well,
And
that one they said that one's actually the lie.
That one's false. Wow.
Danny Willett.
Interesting.
Yeah.
what?
This is what I'm saying. I was looking this stuff up and I was like, I don't know how anyone ever guessed.
Keegan Bradley
I
won his
thought for
first ever
sure.
major in his first start. What?
It said Keegan Bradley won a major in his debut.
Interesting.
What was it?
I'd be interested to see.
Good
I'd be
Was it
interested to
PGA
see.
Championship or something?
Yeah, he's a PGA champion, I think, or U.S. Open, one of the two. It might be. So I could see this being like, it wasn't necessarily his major debut because maybe he had played a major before that, but like it was the first time playing that major. I don't know. I don't know. I could have swore that.
Oh, that's a good clarifying question. Yeah.
So Danny Willett was better than top 40. So
I
at
guess
least
I
we know
didn't
that.
think about it that way. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. That was
All right.
interesting, though.
All right, good start.
Next one. All right. Rory McIlroy won a U.S. Open by 8 strokes. Jordan Spieth won the Masters by more than 4 strokes, 4 plus. And Brooks Koepka won a major by 10 plus strokes.
I think the first one's false. Because, well, I know that Brooks
I don't think
dominated one of those PGA championships. I just don't know which one it was, and I don't know if it was by 10 strokes.
I don't think 10 plus. I bet he won by like 7 or 8. Spieth won the Masters his first
I think
year
we
by
I think we
quite a
can
bit.
I think we can do different answers. I think each of us can do different answers.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. You can do that.
Because I think I'm going with the first one.
I'll go with Brooks didn't win by it was more than 10. Is that what
10
we
or
said?
more.
Was 10
10
or more?
plus, yep.
10 plus. I'm going to say that didn't happen.
That's true. Or that's the lie. Yeah. So, yeah.
Dude.
Brooks.
Oh, you
I
just
messed that
knocked
up.
me
Is that
down
it?
to push me
Yeah.
up, Gavin. Come on.
All
What
right,
you're
good job.
saying
Good
is
job,
true,
Brett.
that it is the lie.
Okay.
Brooks,
Okay.
yeah, did
So
not
1
win a
point.
major by 10 plus.
Did either of us
1
get a
point
point
for
on
you.
the first one? I feel like no.
No.
Okay.
No. It was kind of the wording was a little confusing. My friend
I'll take
Chad helped
1
me put this
point.
together. So
Okay, next.
all right, this one has to do with playoffs. Okay.
Playoffs.
Yeah, like a playoff
Playoffs.
in a major.
It was a joke. It was from the commercial.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I got you. All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Tiger Woods won a major in a playoff after 2005. Zach Johnson has won a major in a playoff. And Sergio Garcia won the Masters in a playoff.
I know the last one's true. Because it was against Justin Rose in 2017.
Tiger has won in a playoff in 2008. US Open.
Yeah. So it's the second one.
Yeah. Well, I don't even listen to the second one. I was so focused on the Tiger thing. What was the second one? But I think that should be the correct one.
Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson.
No, I think
it
that
said
he won
Zach Johnson
has
won
outright.
Yeah, he won outright British Open.
Masters.
Yeah.
And he's Masters champion.
and Masters champion. Yeah.
Mike Johnson is?
What?
He a master?
I thought
Is
so.
he?
I'm
I thought
pretty
it was
sure.
just British Open.
I act
Maybe.
like I have. Yeah.
I can't remember. Okay, but yes, it's number 2.
Well, according to this, it's Tiger never won a playoff major after 2005.
I could have sworn it's 2008. They had
It
an
was
18 hole
2008. He
playoff,
had to hit that. He had to hit that putt on 18 to.
and his leg was broken.
Yeah, it was the 2008 U.S. Open.
It was against Rocco Mediate.
Yeah.
Dang.
Can we Google this real quick? Anyone have access to a computer, or are we all filming with?
Yeah, here, let me look it up. What'd you say?
I got
2008.
U.S. Open.
Rocco Media. He played the entire thing without an ACL. He had 2 fractures in his left leg, and he had to hit a putt on 18 green
to make the playoff
for birdie to make a playoff, which was then it was an 18-hole playoff.
18 hole next day
That's
playoff.
An awesome name.
Rocco. Yeah.
Rocco. Yeah. Rocco was standing
Rocco's
there.
a stud.
I knew he was going to make that. What year was that?
08, I think.
Yeah, it says 08.
Now you need to check your sources.
Because it was right before the great stock market crash.
The great stock market.
That was the last good thing before everything went terrible.
So it said which one was false? It said that the Tiger one was false?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
All right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, is it because it was a next day playoff and that doesn't count? Huh?
Well, now I can't trust any of your answers up until this point or after.
Nah, they're right.
This is like a game inside a game.
It is.
All right.
I'm
next question.
Right All right. Phil Mickelson is the oldest major winner.
That's
Tom Watson nearly won the Open at 59.
Yes.
And Greg Norman nearly won a major after the age of 55.
I know
Greg was a little bit younger than that. Tom Watson did almost win the British Open.
At 59.
Lost by 1.
Is that what you said? 59.
He was old, crazy.
Yeah. Nearly won the Open at 59, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Phil's the oldest winner because it was that PGA Championship and he was 40 or 52.
Yes.
Was he 52?
He was 52 years old, yeah.
Yeah, so I think number 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yep, you guys got it. That was it. I think Mickelson won. Let me look.
PGA champ.
But I forgot. Yeah, in 2021.
PGA championship.
At 50 years.
Which was so funny when they did like the path back to the PGA Tour from Live. They cut it off after 2021, and I think that they did that as a shot at Phil. Because if they would have gone 5 years back, they would have gone back to 2021, but they only did after the 2022 season, which is crazy. So all right, I think Brett has 3 points. I have 2 points. This last one's for double. So hopefully we don't agree on it.
Let's see. Sorry, my phone turned off. All right. Dustin Johnson has exactly 2 majors. John Rahm has won more than 3 majors since 2020, and Justin Thomas has won 2 PGA championships.
Justin Thomas, 2 PGAs is correct.
The second one's wrong.
John Rahm, 3 total majors,
majors.
More
than 3 majors since 2020. That has not happened.
DJ should be 2 total major wins.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
John Rahm only has 2.
Justin Thomas, 2 PGAs. God, I'm only officially remembering one in my
I only remember one of those 2. You said more than 3 for John Rahm. Is that what you said? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that that's not true. But I cannot remember the Justin Thomas second. I thought
second PGA.
Did you know that Justin Thomas has won on tour 16 times?
Really?
Yes, that's crazy.
He's had a couple stretches in his career where he was super hot and won multiple times in a few months.
Yeah,
rack him up.
I know he has 2 majors. I just don't know.
I think I got to go with the John Rahm one. Although the Justin Thomas one makes me kind of uncomfortable, but I'll go with the John Rahm.
I think Justin Thomas has won it twice because I know he has 2 majors, and I don't think he's won anything else.
Yeah.
Yep. Justin Thomas won in 17 and 22. John Rahm has 3 majors since.
So it was going back quite a bit for JT.
What
for
the John Rahm
17. Masters.
I know he's won the Masters. I thought
U.S. Open.
U.S. Open.
and 21 is what I'm looking up. 2023 Masters and 2023 Open.
Well, I remember
Oh,
a
wow.
stretch back
So
when I
he
used
needs
to
a
play a lot
PGA
of.
for a career Grand Slam?
Yeah, I also just realized I didn't realize that he needed that.
I remember
That doesn't seem right though. I feel like
back in 22, 23, the two top guys every week were. It was more like actually it was probably before that. It was like 2021, I guess it would be. Were Scotty and Rom, or was it like 22? One of those years. But they were like the
no,
top
Rom
two
has
over and over
2.
again.
Why did it say he had the Open on Google? He
Yeah,
has the
he's only won
U.S.
2.
Open and the Masters. So you guys were still right though.
Dude.
This
ChatGPT
is,
let you
I'm just
down, huh?
looking it up. No, this was just a Google search.
Tiger Woods was the first man on the moon.
That's
Jordan
you never
Spieth
know.
cured cancer.
Hey, good job, Gavin. You handled it well.
That was a good
Even
job.
though there are a couple
Oh,
blips on the radar,
geez.
but no,
Oh
you did
boy,
well.
gotta check these sources.
Brett's up next week for leading us in the gamer question.
I actually really like that idea, but kind of let me down a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I'll probably end up doing a very deep question for next week. Is what I'll do.
like
Make you
personally
guys
deep or
question everything. No,
okay.
Golf related.
Okay,
No,
sweet. Looking
we don't
forward
need to
to it.
know that much.
All right, sounds good. All
Yeah.
right, as always, we'll finish with the wheel, the alphabet wheel. So we need to get on the board here. What are you guys picking? Oh, I need to
Z
share
for
my screen.
zebras.
R.
Come on, Z.
X.
Oh come on.
Gosh, man, we're
Oh,
never
you
gonna
were
get
close,
this.
Kevin.
Nah, we're never going to. Raps.
Okay, well done. See you guys next week.